Yep, okay. Oh, God. What's up, everybody? Everybody is a snake. Oh, I'm the snake. Getting moving. I was stopped for a while. I was talking to some peeps. Some peeps, man. Did you know about that? Like some of those little fucking, those little birds. Isn't that what peeps are? I hate those things, little marshmallow things with the sugar on them. They should be way yummier than they are. Like an actual marshmallow would be yummier. Kind of like a crusty shit marshmallow. Anyway, I wanted to mention something. Lamppost! That is all. Beep! No, wow. I was going to talk about what it was like to go from an R1 to a SuperMoto. Because I was just talking about how my last video about Mexican burps. I was talking about how leaves grow on trees and Littlefoot wants to eat them, but he's too small. Then he got shot by the same guy that shot Bambi, his mom. Oh, fucking hell, Jake, come on, stick with it. No, come on. So what was it like? Okay, like I had said before, my R1 got stolen. I never really finished the fucking story about it. Here's the deal, it financially fucked me because I was a retard and I didn't have full coverage. I don't have like liability on it. Stupid, I know better now. But it was really crazy expensive. I didn't know it was going to cost that much money, so I didn't have the money. It was like going to cost more. I'll tell you, it was $970 was one of the rates I found. That was one of the most outrageous ones. Monthly insurance for full coverage. Yeah, no. So I ended up with liability on it, which I shouldn't even have had it like that. Like I think I was required to have full coverage because I had like a loan out on it. Anyway, it got swiped. I was fucked. I was very, very sad. I cried many tears. And my wife, who was still my girlfriend at the time, had to work very hard to make me happy. She's quite good at it though, so But anyway, so that's an umbrella. It's a sun umbrella. Damn it, Jake, you ADD. So anyway, I didn't even know like what to get. SuperMoto turned out like my friend kind of talked me into it. He was looking at these, what I was like, look at these really fucking dirt bikes, street legal with street tires on them. And he kept I didn't get it. He kept having to explain to me like 17s. I was like, what does it need 17s? And I finally like started researching. I seen all these videos, YouTube and other sites where people were acting the fool on these things. And I was like, man, I want one. It kind of reminded me back when we used to kind of like illegally ride like pit bikes and shit on the street, and just how shenanigan like that was. I was like, yeah, imagine if it was like street legal and you could go places and it was fast, and yeah, that's pretty much how that started. So that's how I bought one. And I took a gamble, I was like, I don't know, everyone says online, they all have the same comments, like street bike guys to SuperMoto guys, also the same thing, was like, oh man, it's so much fun. I'm like, got like a giant boner and shit, dude. And I was like, well, we'll see. We'll see, because, I don't know. So I bought this bike and I converted it over, and they were right. It's fucking awesome. Oh, I keep having a burp. Amongst many other things I've explained about SuperMoto is just how they're fucking cheap to own, for one. It's cheaper to buy than a sport bike. To convert one doesn't cost. It's even cheaper if you want to buy one and convert one. At least that's how I did mine. I did mine for like $2,300 when I first converted it. Like its initial setup, and then insurance is very cheap. I pay $150 a year for full coverage, and you can throw these motherfuckers on the ground. They're fine. I mean, I've gone down and on about how they're awesome, and you can see how they're awesome. I mean, you motherfuckers saw me throw this thing down. God dang fucking wreck. And what happened? Like, what happened was I replaced a handguard and a handguard. Yeah, that was it. That was it. This was, well, they both were kind of already a little minorly scratched, but that happens. So I replaced 2 handguards, and the bike was fine. I mean, it's fine. Oh, and my $15 axle sliders. So Yeah, I mean, those are just some benefits, but what was it like? Come on, damn it, stay on subject! Okay, what it was like to actually go from, you know, a SuperMoto to a, to one of these was, I mean, you know, you're giving up almost double the speed. You're giving up, like, you know, from 1,000, you're giving up, what, like, so 3 times the power, more? I mean, 4 times the amount of power? And, you know, yeah, what else? A lot of people aren't as appealing when we look at this. Like, you're not like this girl right here. She's not going to flash me. She should, but she's not going to. But if I was on a crotch rocket, those titties would have been out right now. Okay, it's not really that extreme, but I mean, I've had chicks flash you for just being on a sport bike. You know, like they're like, oh my gosh, here's my titties. You're probably not going to get that on a SuperMoto. Well, I did once, but it was a fat old Harley lady. Ugh. Anyway. So, trying to stick on the subject, what was it like? Despite all the disadvantages I just told you about, it was a lot of fun. It was like instantly, like you knew you were on something different. And I think the initial thing you notice about going to a bike like this is the lightness of it. The feel of it's just, you know, so fucking flickable. And yes, you could do this on any bike. I'm not gonna start weaving in traffic. I don't like doing that in traffic. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get like pulled over. I'm sure you could. Come on, cars. But yeah, anyway, the point of it was is that it's suddenly, you know, you were on something that was just agile. The brakes, once I put the big brake kit on it, I couldn't believe how touchy and like sweet it was. I'm telling you, like this bike too, just from people riding it. I'm not talking like going out and riding too. I'm talking like people getting on it and riding it around the block. Not even really doing anything with it. I've had many people tell me like, oh my god, I'm getting a SuperMoto, and they do it. Like, one of my good friends rode my bike when I first got it converted over, and that night had his bike on Craigslist, his 600 RR. That's what these SuperMotos do, and it's you know. Woo! I didn't know that was there! I just got ready. I thought it was actually like a curb drop off, and I knew it wasn't on my side. I thought it was actually just like a curb drop off. You know what I'm saying? Oh god, it would have been fine. I was just braced to like catch a little bit of air. Now that I see what it is. Sweet Stegosaurus. Anyway, God, the point is, SuperMoto very quickly made me comfortable doing things I would have never done before. Look at this shit. You know, like when I was owning a sport bike, I would practice wheelies every now and then, but not really like I wouldn't ever go look for a lot like this and just try to practice because I figured it's a good way to fuck your shit up, you know? Oh, Chase, I'm trying to tell you something like over 2 videos now, and I'm fucking retarded. I'm trying to explain to you what it was like to go from a sport bike to a SuperMoto, but maybe you just could watch the video and figure it out for yourself. You know, pushing a sport bike hard like this in this kind of area, no bueno, man. Good way to get hurt, you know? But one of these, SuperMoto, agile, applicable, you know, it's those bits of it that's hard to, you know, explain without, you know, having you ride it. And if you were here, I'd let you ride it. I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd be like, here, ride it. Have fun, fuck around. I don't give a shit. So one thing about getting this bike that I've noticed that changed about me, like, I've never used to let people ride my bike, and then, like, now, I'm still not, like, thrilled about it, but, like, if you know how to ride a bike, I'm probably a little more like, yeah, you know. Anyways, though, giving up the things you give up for a sport bike that you gain on a SuperMoto are so worth it, and it so outweighs any fucking thing that you enjoyed about your about your sport bike, you know, that you can't do anymore. You'll have far more things you can do with a sport bike. I mean, it's, what does he say in Step Brothers? He's like, so many activities, so many activities. You'll have so many activities to do when you trade up your crotch rockets for a SuperMoto. You really will. I know it's a good idea to come over here. Industrial shit's awesome. Call this like industrialing. You gotta do this on a Sunday is really the only right time to go do this, because otherwise, even like on Saturdays, there's people out here. These places always seem to have, yeah, like people still working, like on a Okay, so what was my conclusion to the shit I never even, like, got around to? You should just buy one of these things, because, you know, you just should. Fuck's sakes, dude. Does it not look like I'm having fun? Does it not look like I'm having a fucking blast? Ah! Didn't even rack myself there. You would have racked yourself if you did it on the crotch of my rocket, and you know it. Alright, that's enough of that. They're right to the point. And they talk about very, this is a good time. Like very true things, you know, like actual real world. Hey, get on the fucking SuperMoto! Your fans would be like, oh my god, you're so cool.